sir.
What do you want?
Just thought I ought to tell you, sir, there's a lot of talk on the street about this.
Time for the show.
They're starting to get a pretty strong following.
Excuse me? Did you say...
Time for the show.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to remind you that we are a network affiliate? And we're in competition with other networks, not with a bunch of punks broadcasting out of a closet?
But...
Do you enjoy wasting my time? Get out of my office!
Tonight, we play a new game. Is it an elbow or a lesbo? Also, the gang snorts. Oh, I stopped writing my note there. Dr. Fox also unbreaks the rule of threes by breaking it 3 times in a row. Get ready to pat your ears on the back for listening. It's time for the show. Whoopee!
Oh boy, it's that time.
It is that time. It's live on Free Think Radio, coming to you from Orlando, Florida, the future capital of the former Spanish Empire. This is Time for the Show. I'm Reverend Fugly of the Church of the Broken Car Antenna, and with me, as always, is Dr. Engineer Dr. Fox.
That's me.
The extra
I'm
doctors
here
are for savings.
I keep them in my pockets. I'm earning myself a degree, and we're waiting on everybody's favorite handsome boy. But he's rebooting his computer. So we'll see if he's here.
Is rebooting his computer. Why? Because the show is starting. So that means it's time to reboot the computer.
Well, I heard him a minute ago. I don't know where he went though. So, oh well.
I know he's really excited for today's show because
I'm excited for today's show.
I am too.
I'm excited because we actually broke onto the stream, and I'll take the brunt on this one. Because last week's show, while the broadcast sounded great, the podcast was terrible.
Yucky!
It was my fault, but we ran a test earlier today and we recorded some samples. We should be good to go tonight. And plus, Dr. Ellis from over at Free Think Radio has been working on the server, and we should have a much more clear signal with everybody listening in. And you can listen in live if you're listening to the podcast, maybe Mondays at 10. Go to freethinkradio.com, or after that, go to timeforthewebsite.com and join our Discord server. It's full of goofy knuckleheads who are ready for the show. They're in there just chatting away, just posting pictures of their hot nude bodies and caressing themselves and spanking themselves on the inner thigh with a large Lexan spatula.
Or don't join our Discord.
Yeah, whatever.
But Scalpod's in there now, Guru Drew is in there now, and he's already yelling at me. Because I literally, when I was writing the intro, I stopped writing. On the second one, I got up to do something really quick, and then there it was. The spotlight was on me, the room was quiet, you could hear a pin drop, and there I was, with a blank piece of paper, and nothing but my thumb in my own dick. That's all I had, old Reverend Thumb Dick.
Well, you're supposed to trim your nails before you do that. Did you bite them, or did you trim them?
I'm a biter. But I do find that a little extra nail helps the smegma go down, if you know what I mean. I think that was Mary Poppins said that originally. Speaking of Mary Poppins, we are a little bit later on, we are going to play the new game, the theoretical band name game. I I have prepared a list of theoretical band names just off the top of my noggin without any context or suggestions whatsoever. Just theoretical band names. Dr. Fox looked them all up earlier today to see if they are indeed a band or not. And when Peace gets back here, he and I are going to go head-to-head to ass to mouth, one-on-one, while Dr. Fox officiates. So, maybe this time we'll be able to get through more than 3 of them. But that all depends on if Reverend Pease is going for the coveted Kenny Floyd Award tonight, which he soundly claimed for himself the last 2 shows in a row. And I'm kind of slacking on my game. For those of you that are new to this pod crust, the Kenny Floyd Memorial Award goes to the person who is the most intoxicated by the end of the show, if they make it to the end of the show. So, it's one of those things where you want to drink at a pretty decent clip, but you don't want to overbid. It's a lot like The Price is Right. If you pass out before the end of the show, no Memorial Kenny Floyd Award for you this week. You're going to have to pop in a saline IV and have some coffee and wait until next week. But as I said earlier, Pease soundly took the Kenny Floyd Award the last 2 weeks on this show. And when we get him back in here, we are going to see what kind of state he's in. And that's going to really determine the way that the rest of the show works. Because those of you who listen regularly know, but for the new viewers, it should be said that Time for the Show is not actually a show. What we do is get on Free Think Radio every week and have a 2-hour live broadcast production meeting where we come up with next week's show live on this week's show every week. So we're pretty much par for the course here on Time for the Show.
Can you hear me now?
Thank you guys for joining.
Oh, yes, we can. There he is.
Wow, Pease, I was covering for you, man. I was running my pie hole as long as I could. I was just talking and talking and talking. And now that you're here, Dr. Fox and I, say hi to everybody, Pease.
Well, I'm trying to say hi, but oddly enough, I don't. Are you hearing me at all?
No.
Not at all.
Not a bit.
So, I don't know why my rig's not working for some reason.
It seems to be totally broken right now.
You have to use a blowtorch. A regular Bic won't do it.
Delete System 37.
Well, I just don't know. Here we're getting something now, but it's from the internal speakers.
You can't hear us? Oh, why would I ask that?
Yeah, it's setting up the show.
It's the best part. But it's going great on my end.
I can hear you. It just seems like it's not coming through my cans. It's only coming through my my PC, my Mac
What's the matter,
speakers.
Pease? Don't you have nice cans?
I do have nice cans.
You're supposed to have nice cans for the show.
Cans is radio jargon for butt plug. Because, you put it in your can.
Mine came with my chair.
It's your can, and yes, you
there's
can.
You I was looking for that. Look at that. Great. Now I'm in a much better mood.
Dr. Fox found his thing. Reverend Pease found his thing. When am I going to find my thing? What about Fid? I come on and I do the show too. I try to write the funny things to say at the beginning and make it like
you have funny things to say?
I might
Here,
one
it's
day
the beginning of the show. We've only got an hour and 50 minutes to go. I'm sorry if you feel like you've blown it. Did you have something? What funny ha-ha chucklemeister sessions did you bring for us this week?
Well, you can't just put me on the spot and expect me to be funny. What do you think this is? Some kind of live radio show? Man, that's cheating. You know, when you tell somebody to just be funny and you say, and go. That's cheating. That's a logical fallacy.
You don't have one right in the bank?
Oh, okay.
You don't have one loaded, one in the chamber?
I always have one in the chamber. And
fire one off at me.
This week's welcome to the one in the chamber segment, everybody. And this week's Fugly chamber joke is: all dogs are either bitches or sons of bitches. That's a fact.
Yeah, but I mean,
Is that good enough, Dr. Fox? That was like kind of a joke, but it was also like a truthism.
it's a true fact.
It's literally a true fact.
What do you think, Peas?
I think Peas is dead.
I ask aloud so I could see if I get a response from him. We got him and then he left.
Yeah.
Well, slippery Peas.
I didn't
Post your Peas memes now in the chat, everybody. Let him know you care. Give me them Peas memes.
Text your Peas memes to 911. Right now.
Big
Do it.
ones. Heavy ones.
Early and often. Yeah, I already knew without asking that Peas wasn't here. Because
it
Peas,
was, we got through a few minutes there.
we got through a few seconds. And the man who literally cannot pie up his clam hole, Reverend Peas. I didn't hear him talk for 3 seconds, so I got worried. I'm about to get on the missing persons site, because I didn't hear Peas talk for 3 seconds. And you know what? I don't know, it's kind of nice. Maybe we should just sit here
And there they are.
silence
There go
and
the
enjoy
Peas memes. There they go.
There they go. The
That's
loyal
Reverend Scalpod.
praise Scalpod.
Thank you for your contribution. And you can always send your Peas memes to the Discord or send it to us via email at timefortheemail@gmail.com or on Twitter @timeforthetweet. That's the @ time for the tweet. We've got a lot of ways that you can get in touch with us, and maybe we should open up one of those to Peas. Because we can take phone calls, but I usually don't have that set up until at least the second hour.
Well, don't forget
But
to
I think
tell
Peas might have to call in on the phone. He'll have to be a phone guest tonight.
caller, turn down your radio. I can't wait to tell Peas, A, to refer to him as caller, and then B, to tell him to turn down his radio on his own show. Ouch!
Well, I'm seeing him poke back. You there? You there, buddy?
Don't forget to tell the viewers that they can also send us their non-contraband tangible goods and chattels to Hypercube, P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793. That's a real P.O. box, and if you don't believe us,
Put
send
money in an
something.
envelope and
Yeah.
put a stamp on that envelope and put that address on that envelope, and I dare you to put it in your mailbox. Raise that flag.
Yeah.
Come on. It was the 4th of July the other day.
It was Donald Trump's
How about
birthday
now?
the
Can you
other
hear me
day.
now?
No,
not a
can't
bit.
hear you.
Come in a little louder when you get
All
there.
right, I'll try again.
Yeah.
You left.
You have to
we
put
had
a,
you. You came in just fine.
Open your CD disk drive and put $1 in there.
And then a cup of coffee.
No, it's something weird on this end, I guess. So how's the show going so far without?
Well,
yeah,
welcome to
we're
it.
chugging along.
By the way, Peas, you're not going to get paid
That was the longest 15
for the first
minutes of my
15
life.
minutes of the show. You're not going to get paid for that.
So standard writer.
Hi, Peas. I missed you, pal. How are you doing? Are you still sickies? You still got the shingies?
I'm having a mixed day. Yeah, I still got the shingles. I found out my dad is a lot sicker than we all thought. But I got a free ticket to Black Hat today, so
Black Hat? Is that like some
Yeah.
sort of magician's conference?
Well, for the lay people in the audience, our listening audience, Black Hat is a big hacker convention that takes place in Las Vegas. You might have heard about it on the popular news media.
Las Vegas? Yeah, I've heard of it.
No, the Black Hat convention. And this is the first year that I've ever been able to go. So what it
Are you
is
gonna
a
rep the
bunch of-
show?
No, I'm not going to rep the show. I won't be taking my phone or my computer because one thing you don't do when you go to these hacking conventions is bring any kind of technology of any kind.
Really?
Yeah.
So what,
which
you guys
seems
just sit around and analyze toothpicks and sugar packets?
well, because you have
Because
to
there's
go
an
in there
anime
knowing-
club down the street that will do that with you all day.
Well, the problem is that everybody there's a lot smarter than the peas, which kind of goes without saying.
Oh, there.
Ah. Peas,
So we're
you don't have
not
to
we're
take
not
that.
smarter than you, Peas? Is that what you're saying?
You keep letting me come
you
on
just
the
come
show.
over here and you just
You
want to
keep letting me come on the show, so I mean that's up for you guys to
letting
decide.
him come on the show.
Well, as Dr. Fox and I were discussing earlier, Peas, the reason we
Letting
have
him.
you on the show is because you run your pie hole so much that it keeps the algorithms from detecting the copyright content that we're playing in the background.
Well, that
And
is
your
helpful.
African music got louder.
Your pie hole saved America, Peas! Happy birthday to you.
Benedict Peas.
It's not my birthday though. I guess it could
July.
be. I guess
That's
it
your
could
birthday,
be somewhere.
Isn't it?
It's always your
It could
birthday
be my birthday.
somewhere
It's
on
my
the
birthday
planet.
somewhere in the
Yeah,
world.
because of the way the time zones work.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
literally your birthday.
There are
in,
365 actual simultaneous Earth days. 5.25.
Well, Peas, how intoxicated are you?
Not very. I was dealing with some medical issues with my old man before I got on the show, and just got done scarfing some rigatoni that Carrots made for me. So I'm ready to show.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I almost made a racist joke about rigatoni. But
Oh my God.
I'm not going to say the racist joke that popped into my head about rigatoni.
Rigatoni,
Do
please.
you guys know I had
Do it.
a total brush with
It's got the
death Saturday.
biggest sausages in it. What's up,
I'm
Peas?
glad that my brush with death elicited laughter from Fid Chuli.
Your brush with death.
My brush with death is
I thought you
very
were chugging
dramatic.
vodka and antibiotics just a week ago.
Argus Q Fox, Dr. Argus Fox, let me ask you a question. Do you have a dishwasher in your home?
Yeah, she's sitting out in the living room right now.
No, but I mean like an actual dishwasher, a mechanical dishwasher.
Oh, like Rosie from the Jetsons?
Yeah, what do I
Yeah.
look like? Just because
So,
this is Hypercube
I'm sitting.
Laboratory.
Here's the reason why. Because
doesn't mean that
I have
I'm,
this common
a
thing.
master
I'm
of
a fairly old
technology or
person,
anything.
and for much of my adult life, I'll put dishes in the dishwasher, started
And
the
bitches in
dishwasher.
the bitch washer. Hell
Right.
yeah.
Okay, sure. And then I go and I'll get in my car and I'll go to the grocery store. I think you guys call them the Piggly Wigglies or the Winn-Dixies or whatever. And I'll go do my errands, right? And I'll come back. My dishes are all clean. I'm ready to cook. I'm ready to do pea stuff. So this weekend on
Don't
Saturday,
talk about your masturbation schedule.
no, I start the dishwasher and I'm like, I'm going to sit down at the house. I'm not feeling well with the shingles and whatnot. And I start smelling smoke. And I looked at Pam and I go, Pam, do you smell smoke? And she smells smoke too. We go into the kitchen. The dishwasher, which is running, is on fucking fire. Smoke is billowing out the vents that are on the top of the thing. So I think, oh, it's a piece of plastic or something.
Jesus,
So
dude,
I
how
open-
dirty are your dishes?
Listen,
God
dude,
damn.
it gets better. So I open the dishwasher. Now, most people know that normally when you open a dishwasher, regardless of what's doing, it stops. Well, my dishwasher, apparently, the last thing the computer told it before it shut down was wash the dishes. So I open the dishwasher and I immediately flood half my kitchen. So then I shut the dishwasher and the smoke is still pouring out of the front of the thing. There was no smoke in the water caged area of the dishwasher. It's just coming from the front door. So I start running around looking for the fuse switch. Now, this is a thing that you guys might or might not understand. You have to live on both coasts like I have. In the east, shut up. In the east, all the fuse boxes and all that stuff are in the house. They're either in a special room where your water heater and your boiler is, or they're in the garage. They are not exposed to the elements. But on the West Coast, all the fuse boxes. It's a good show. It's a good story. It goes somewhere. Trust me. The fuse boxes are on the outside of the house. So I am running through the house. I've lived here for 3 years, and I cannot find. You know,
Tell the goddamn story.
No, let's go on. Let's go on to one of our other bits.
I want to know what happened. You ran outside.
So I cannot find the fuse box to stop the electricity, which is causing the fire in the dishwasher. And the smoke is getting worse. And it's a fire. I'm about 3 seconds from the calling the fire department to put out my dishwasher. When I decide, it's got to be plugged in because I can't find the fuse box. I cannot find it. It's beyond my abilities. So I'm naked like I usually am when I'm doing the dishes on Saturday. So I'm all sitting in this 2 inches of water that I flooded the kitchen with when I opened the dishwasher. And I reach under the sink as far as I can to pull out the plug to stop the fire.
Aristocrats.
All right, I'm done. Okay.
Come on, Pete.
No.
Come on. You can't leave us hanging.
We're already this deep into it that we gotta pay off. We're deep into it, man. All right, so what happened? What happened?
That's difficult because the payoff is there was a fire in the dishwasher, which I led with, so I really don't have a payoff to this, except for the fact that unplugging the dishwasher stopped it from working.
In his dishwasher.
Now, here's the thing.
It's like a
you think
SpongeBob
that's stupid, right?
Incident.
Look at Google images of dishwashers and, strangely enough, washing machines that have caught on fire, and you find it's a fairly common experience. Matter of fact, last year, 3 people died from it.
No, malaria is a common experience, Peas. Your dishwasher catching on fire is just subgenius as hell. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, I thought it was a good story.
It's a great story, especially because now I know that you, the Peas, have an electric fuse box on the exterior of your house.
At 6428 Dobie Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89108.
Now, the viewers, a lot of them do know that you live in the desert, which I guess makes that kind of okay to have an electric fuse panel on the outside.
Exposed to the elements.
Yeah, but it never rains down there, right? We're over here in the future capital of the former Spanish Empire, Orlando, Florida.
Represent.
Rains every day.
Gosh dug dang day, Peas. But out there in the deserts, I guess you can get away with stuff like that.
You know, when it rains here, I actually go outside and stand in it because it only happens a couple times a year, and I'm so excited.
That's a sprinkler.
No, dude, it's just... That's what you call rain.
It's reclaimed Canadian water that they stole fair and square from Doc Ellis, the HMFIC of Free Think Radio. Who?
Isn't that what...
That's
what we're on.
That is what we're on, Peas. We're live on Free Think Radio right now for the time being, but momentarily we're going to play 20th Century Man by the Kinks and then come back with the rest of the show. Now that we got your handsome ass on board, we can actually
I got a whole story about the Kinks and my new religion.
Boy, did his drum
My
set
new
catch
religion's
on
called
fire?
humanology.
Okay.
That's me chortling off microphone.
Well, there you go. Look, Reverend Peas with the T's. That's why they call him Radio Tease Peas, everybody.
Literally
like,
teasing the
I got
show.
a story he picked up on Fid was talking about we're going to go to a song. So Peas immediately got into good radio mode and he threw out 2 teases. He said, I got this kink story coming up. And then he said, I've got the other thing that he had.
My new religion that I'm founding.
His new
humanology.
religion. There you go, everybody. So please enjoy this song, 20th Century Man by the Kinks. And don't take it off Free Think Radio, because when we come back, Reverend Pease is going to tell his kink story. He's going to tell us all about his new religion, and we're going to play the new game, Theoretical Band Name.
Well, she's fashionably lean, and she's fashionably late. 20th century fox, 20th century fox. She's a 20th century.
And it's time for the show. Yes, your time to shine. Our time to shine. Our time to whine about Pease's crimes. What crimes did you commit this week, Pease?
Well, I realized I was inspired to start this new religion called humanology.
A new one?
A new one. And what it does, what's different about my religion, is it encompasses all the other religions and explains how people could be so stupid about religion to begin with. And then we do, a lot of people give divine excuses and this kind of thing. And what we do is we explain why religion exists. And it doesn't matter, anything that we explain to our brethren, doesn't matter whether it has any truth to it whatsoever, because just the explanation alone of what religion is enough to satisfy people's need for religion. So I think that humanology is going to be a big thing.
Your website right now. It's, man, you got to
it's
work
fabulous,
fast.
right? I'm looking for some new people. It's expensive. I mean, I'm not going to be dishonest about that.
How much did the domain run you?
Well, we have a tier system,
have
much
you
like
seen this
Patreon.
vid, humanology.com?
I've seen
I was going to talk to you guys about putting a humanology level on the Patreon level that would be exclusively geared towards the funds going to the Humanology Research Center.
Well, we have some questions for you first, Pease.
Excellent. I have explanations.
My followers, the Truly Chulies, would like
Correct.
to know, is the Church of Humanology compatible with Truly Chulianism?
You actually need to be somewhat of a truly Chuli to actually be a humologist.
Yes! Oh, dude, I'm in. I'm so in.
Right, exactly.
Humanology, registered trademark, is the science of understanding human nature. By understanding human nature, we mean understanding what causes human beings to feel and respond the way we do. The central theory of humanology, registered trademark, explains the motivation behind every decision and behavior of every human being, past, present,
has ever made.
And future.
That's exactly right, Argus Fox. How did you know that? That's exactly right. That's exactly what it promises.
Yeah, I'm just reading your website.
If you make your own explanation that contradicts mine, it doesn't matter.
I love
because
that it's
the
a registered
explanation's
trademark.
truth or non-truth is immaterial to the explanation's
associate with a religion with a registered trademark. That just seems...
It sounds more like a cross between Scientology and some weird form of Buddhism.
Well, down here it claims the quote, science link confirms humanology is a real science and demonstrates the application of psychology is pseudoscience. You will learn psychology operates without an officially sanctioned theory that explains the motivations behind human decisions and behavior, that the missing central theory of psychology has been discovered, and that the missing theory in psychology is central to humanology.
Well, I hope the viewer audience can hear that wisdom because it clips out on me. But I'm going to assume that everything you said was an excellent explanation of what humanology is, because it doesn't matter what you said. That you explained it means that is the doctrine of humanology at this point.
Well, it's not a doctrine.
Unless
You're not supposed to see a psychologist.
As the leader of humanology,
more of a manifesto.
Contradict you.
It's a wo-manifesto.
Woke.
It's complicated.
Well, it looks like somebody beat you to it, Pease. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Somebody beat me to it.
It turns out that the term humanology was just not unique enough, and that somebody had already thought of it.
It's a trademark number
You are kidding me.
1961767. So is Sexcess. SEXCESS is a trademark.
Success.
Sexcess, Spring Gravity Theory, and Patriot Party are registered trademarks of
Well, stop
of
saying it on the
humanology.
show, man.
Patriot
Come on.
No, come on. Now, fair use means that we can
Patriot
discuss
Party.
these.
That sounds like a bunch of white guys.
We
sitting in a
can
room
take it, but
masturbating
Pease
in front of each
is the one we have to worry about here. He's the one that's going to get us sued. We're going to
So
get
how
hit
can we
by
tweak this? Humanismology.
Yeah, how
so
can-
that's what mine's going to be.
First,
Mine's gonna
we'll
be
need a patent
humanism.
lawyer.
Humanismology.
Yeah, how do we tweet a link to a website? Oh, man. Let's get a couple people together and figure this out.
I've got some birds and some string.
So it's Scientology.
Right,
That's
but I
what it looks like.
repackaged it. I repackaged it to make it softer for people.
Okay, so you re-gifted something that was already...
Yeah, I didn't want to get into that so early in the show that I'd stole most of this stuff. From
Well,
Elon,
Pease, I
but-
hope you included the receipt with your repackaging of Scientology, because it sucks, and nobody's gonna want it, and they're just gonna take it back to the bullshit store and get their money back. Other than the part about you have to be a truly.
Do you know what the first miracle of humanology was?
Mother Teresa queefed out an entire rose.
It was
No,
when
and this is how you
Saint
know that I'm the
Swithins-
true prophet of humanology. The first miracle of humanology is when Pease predicted that the Kinks, and started saying months ago, we should listen to the Kinks, 20th Century Man,
That's
and
right.
a band
He misses
where
one
half the
X-Day,
people
and
are
he
dead,
wants
and they
to be
haven't
a
made a
god.
new album in like 15 years. Soon after Pease started talking about the Kinks, 20th Century Man, what happens? The Kinks get back together. Now, these are two brothers that don't even like each other. They get in fist fights in the middle
Sounds
of
like our
concerts.
fan
But they
base.
come back and they make a new album that was released, I want to say 10 days ago. It's a pretty good album. And that's all due to Pease and humanology.
So how
Because that
does
was my
okay,
first
so that's the-
manifestation of a miracle, a rock and roll miracle at that,
No,
which
you're
makes
right.
it even better.
So how did humanology play into that? What in the humanology process or
The skill set.
the skill
I'm
set?
glad that you asked.
What
I'm
brought?
glad that you asked.
How did humanology bring the Kinks back together?
How didn't it?
Well, exactly. That's that's why you have
Whose
a great
side are
group
you
of people,
on,
the
Fid?
Trulies. But
I'm on
the-
Peace side. We're merging our religions just like Scientology did with the Nation of Islam.
Fox is going
We're
to be
bringing
left out
together
as
the
some
truly
deacon.
Chulies and Peas is...
Fox is
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
never.
greeting people at the
I don't
door
get
while we're counting money
fans.
in
I
the
don't
back
have a
room.
club. I don't have a church. It's not fair.
So, the reason is, you gotta remember the entire premise of humanology is that whatever explanation you give for a religion becomes dogma and fact. Because I'm giving the explanation that was my first miracle, it is indeed in itself my first miracle. And that is the foundation miracle of the creed of humanology. And I don't care about that other guy. That guy
Been
didn't
hanging
think
out
his
with
thing out as
Discordians
well as
again,
I did.
haven't you?
I'm going to take over the humanology. I might even take some of his people in just so they can learn about the Kinks and the other prophets, Ray and Dave Davies.
So what can the Kinks do for me?
Well, they can make us great music that makes us our load in life a little bit less heavy.
Our load in life.
Aha, you said load. Get it? Get it? Like genetic information? Load? Oh, man. Well, Pease, I will give it to you. I will school vouch for you. You called the Kinks
I
getting
did.
back together about a month or so before it even happened.
Months
And,
ago. Almost last year.
Like 2 months, but well, look, this show is a humanologyist show. We play 20th Century Man by the Kinks every single
week.
song, even when
As
we
far
don't.
as I know.
Even when we don't play 20th Century Man during the song break, we still say that it's 20th Century Man. So this radio show is itself an auditory shrine.
What if
to
we
the
called it,
great
instead of
church
calling it
of
humanology,
Jesus'
let's
hot
call it
dog food.
kinkolology. Kinkolology.
Cankleology?
Kinkology. It's hard to
between
pronounce.
The bottom of your calf and your ankle?
You're gonna name a religion after a band whose lead singer has 2 first names? No, sir!
Kinkerstein?
I shall not have any part of it.
I will not stand still while this atrocity
And
takes
I
place.
know you need me on board because I have that huge demo of Truly Chulies. All of my fans.
So how is that
they
working
know
out?
who they are.
How is Fox dealing with that? Because I know that's bothered him in the
It's,
past that you have your own army of followers.
Ixnay, he's not.
Oh, sorry about that. Never mind.
It's kind of a sore subject.
tense.
He and I really haven't talked about it yet. I know it's on both of our minds, and every time we get a chance, like, we can't even really look each other in the eyes because we know, you know,
And what's his group's
there's
name
a
again?
Caucasian elephant in the room. And
What's his group's name? Fox's Fids or something?
Fox's Fids.
Fox's Fids.
Fox's Truly
Yeah,
Chulies.
not mine. But
Fox's Truly Chulies. And me, the Truly Chulies.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled
yeah, I'm just the proxy
by
club.
imposters.
Come on down to the Dr. Fox Club for boys and girls. We'll all sit around and go over how to ruin live radio shows.
We'll all blindfold ourselves and smell hot dog food.
Hot dog food or
Hot
hot dog food,
dog
like food that
food.
you
Did
feed
you
it to
not
hot dogs.
hear where I said the hyphen, Dr. Fox? I very, very, very clearly said the
Pronounced it
hyphen
very clearly.
between.
Clearly, cheerly.
Man, see, I'm trying to recruit Dr. Fox to he himself becoming a Truly Chuly so that I can resorb.
Maybe I don't need a religion. Maybe I don't need a secret
That's crazy
club.
talk.
Maybe I'm fine just right here in this center aisle by myself.
Yeah, religion.
On the
is for the
extreme
weak.
peas left.
See, if you guys
or
would
the
become,
Chuli right.
if you
It
guys
takes
would
more
become
muscles
truly,
to be
truly
pious than it does to
humologists,
be a sinner.
you would know that that mind think is incorrect.
I just finished
You
a slice
do
of
need
pious.
religion. You have to have it.
Well, just look at all the great things that Pisa's Church of Humanology, which is somebody else's trademark.
That guy will be
Genius.com.
Well,
giving
look
it.
at all the great things that church has brought to this
Oh,
world.
we're doing the whippets early in the show.
The whole fact that we have planes made entirely out of crazy glue is due to the think tank at the in the cellar over there at the Church of Pisa's hot dog food.
Look at it this way. What
They
other
said,
radio
look, when the
shows
plane
on Free
crashes,
Think Radio
they
have their
put it
own
back
profit?
together with glue. Why don't they just build the plane out of glue and no more breaky? No more plane breaky. Thank you, Church of Humanology. If you had been around on September 11th, maybe we wouldn't all be speaking Arab right now. Thank you. I'm Fid Chew.
Which 9/11? The real one or the good one?
Radio shows can't melt steel beams.
You can't say radio show on the radio show. You're listening for Time for the Show. It's a show that's on the radio on freethinkradio.com. And you can find us on the podcast feeds. It's time for the website.com. Click on the buttons that you see for more
Humology.com.
episodes. Listen to all these. What are we at? Last week was 27?
This is 28.
28!
Season 1, episode 28.
We have no way to denotate when we will make
We can't
season
denotate
2.
that wham.
We cannot denotate season 2 a second earlier. In fact, I believe that season 2 probably started 3 years ago.
You know what? I was saying, let's just not even start season 2. Let's just keep rolling
Season 1, episode 1387.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah. So there you have it, everybody. The very few and proud and privileged elite that were with us during season 0. You know who you are.
Suckers.
thank you for sticking around with us so long, and thanks to you, the person who's just hearing
You
this show
truly are
for the
chewers.
first time.
Yeah, subscribe. You can listen to us on iTunes and Google Play.
Thanks for trying to listen to us, but you're not listening to us right because you're not in the Discord. You're not in the chat room with all those yahoos.
You're not listening on the TuneIn app.
Reverend Caller 23 is in there. Heathen, aka the twaddler of the turd.
Guru Drew was there earlier.
Heathen.
And my personal favorite, Scalpod.
Yeah, and Couch Sloth slinks in every once in a while. And my favorites like Dr. Cosmac and Aster Six.
Cosmex Commandos!
Well, hell,
Everybody has a club.
At this point, my urethra is wet for those Discord Patreon shout-outs. Yeah, the Patreon shout-outs. We might as well do it. I mean, strike while the iron is hot, right? If not now, when? If not our Patreons, whose?
Whose?
If not fuck, then peas.
Weeze.
So as we already mentioned, weekly shout-outs to all the aforementioned Discordees.
Yeah, the weekly shout-outs. That's potassium level and above. Like Apostasy X Fenord and Reverend Caller 23 and Guru Drew.
She just came back from a big hippie
And
festival
Couch
where she
Sloth.
pretended to be a fairy.
Couch Sloth.
Well,
Let's not forget Cat Feather.
I've got this cool game to play when we get back, and we'll be going into the second hour very soon. So you're listening to Time for the Show. It's a real show. And coming up next, we'll have Is It a Band? We'll turn some blind eyes, and we'll even let a few people sneak in the back door.
And we got a viewer mail. I got one.
Yep,
I don't know
got
if
one.
Bees or Dr. Fox has a viewer mail this week, but I got one. So we're going to read that too. But until then, what song is it again? I can't remember the name of the song.
Which one was it? I'm sorry.
We would normally do promos right here, but screw those people.
Yeah, listen to those shows.
All right, so
I'm not talking about Share Slice. I'm not talking about anti-social engineering. I'm not talking about any of them other shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right, well, Peas is putting his big
Foot down.
big
Putting my
smelly
foot down.
and we'll be right back with more Time for the Kinks.
Free Think Radio.
Yes, my friends, it's time for the show. You can tweet us at timeforthetweet.com. Send us an email at timefortheemail@gmail.com. And all more fun time episodes can be heard at Time for the website.
And don't forget to smash the hell out of that like button.
Smash it.
Smash
Show it
that
who's
like
boss.
button. Find the like button on your radio
guys are
and
clipping really bad.
smash it! Reverend Peas is handsome. I'm Fugly, and I appease Reverend Peas and his face. Are we on?
We're on.
Oh, hey everybody, we're back. We're live on Free Think Radio. This is Time for the Show.
Oh, the music just took a break. That was all.
There it is.
It scared me.
I took my pants off during the intermission, and now I'm cold. I was hot before, but now I'm cold.
Well, don't worry.
Not
We
put
still
my
have
pants
10
on.
minutes before the second half of the show. So this is us time. This is bro time. This is dude time. Let's just have it be
Let it
me,
hang
Fitchuli, and you, Dr. Fox, and you, Reverend Peas. And I'm going to ask everybody listening to just turn off the show for 10 minutes so that me and Peas and Dr. Fox can, have some bro time. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna bro out, bro style.
Yeah.
Not gay.
It's
Why
not-
would you even say something like that? That's just offensive, Peas.
Well, because sometimes you guys want to do stuff and it seems gay, but then Fidd'll say, dude,
what
it's
seems
totally
gay
not
about
gay as long as we have
And if it
these
is,
crystals.
if there's something gay about it, what's wrong with it, Peas?
Well, I
Sound like that
I don't
desert
like to be
living's
so
getting
happy.
to you, man.
don't like to be so happy.
Well, to be fair to Peas, I was the first one to make a homophobic
Shot off the grassy knoll.
joke. Yeah, well, the second, but I made a homophobic joke at the very beginning of the show, and I'm sorry for that, but only because it wasn't that funny. I said we were going to play a new game on the show this week called Elbow or Lesbo. And the way that game was going to work was we were going to post a photo in the Discord of either an elbow or a woman of the homosexual persuasion. And then Dr. Fox and Peas and I will have to guess. Is that a photograph
What
of
if
an
it was a
elbow or a
man
lesbo?
that became a woman through transgender surgery, but still liked women?
It's either an
is he a
elbow or a
lesbian now,
lesbo,
or is he
Peas.
like a regular dude that has boobs?
Well, are you talking about an entire person? Because that's obviously not an elbow.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything's so
Nobody
complicated
does.
now.
But you just keep talking, and that's
Well,
why.
do those catty bitches outside the Starbucks, is it transphobic when they say that Caitlyn Jenner looks like she's had work done? I mean, it's
I don't know, is it?
It's unfair.
I feel like
Yes,
that would
it
be
is.
It's
assuming
unfair
her
to
work.
women that men can now be so beautiful.
Oh, Clippy McClipperson.
Who's clipping?
No, we're good at like right there. See that? That's wait. All right. Wait. We're looking at the board. This is the
Of course.
show where we tell the viewers what's going on the soundboard. We get on the radio, we broadcast live, and then we just sit here and watch the soundboard, and we tell the people that are listening to the show what's happening.
But
on
nobody's
the
listening
soundboard.
because you told them to
They
turn off the
love it.
radio.
They love it, man. And hey, I don't know why, but far be it from me to tell them that they can't listen to Time for the Show, starring Peas.
Peas, how are your shingles doing?
Well, my shingles, because you guys are cutting out super bad, but my shingles, they've scabbed up. So I've got a lot of interesting scabs. I like to pick my scabs, which makes my wife Carrots upset with me because she'd be like, don't pick. And I couldn't touch her for days because she was concerned that I would mar her alabaster-like skin.
Alabaster.
But the pain has decreased a little bit. The pain is pretty severe, dude. I will tell you, if you're in your 50s or 40s or something like that, go get the shingle shot. It's like Chicken Box came back and said, "Remember when I was a kid and you got ice cream? Well, those days are long gone."
Is this ice cream?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, it
is.
First of all, you get these sharp pains like somebody stabbed you with a pin. Then you get an itch, and then
Like
you
a
get
like a
bones.
big pen, like a ballpoint pen?
No, like a fucking hypodermic pin.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that.
But in and out all the time,
things are
and then
dangerous. They'll go right
when
through
when that dies off, then you get this really deep bone pain under what lesions and pustules that you have.
Peas, you said pustules last episode several
Yes.
times.
That's
I'm
why I have
afraid
scabs
you've
now,
reached
because
your pustule quota. Did I say
Stage is
pustule
done.
or pustule?
the pustules are gone.
Well, what's a
now
pustule?
They're replaced with a pustule is like a whitehead, but
Oh,
but
now
like
we're
a
back to
combination between a
playing
whitehead
the
and a
race
boil.
card again.
You
So
know,
when you-
I once lanced one of my own pustules, and I gotta tell you something. I almost passed out, not just from the pain, but also from the smell.
Yeah, it can sting, and it's not pleasant. It's
Literally.
not pleasant, dude.
It
It's not
stinks.
pleasant.
When I was working as a janitor in a theme park, a friend of mine had scraped his arm up against like a rusty dumpster, and it cut his skin pretty bad. He ended up getting a staph infection inside of his arm. And when he went to the doctor, they just pulled the scab off and then ran it out like a toothpaste tube. He said it came out in like a solid chunk about 3 to 4 inches long.
Lucky.
Speaking of scabs, I know we already hit the Discord thing, but the Patreon thing. But really quickly, I should mention that signing up on Patreon, in addition to all the other
It's a
goofy
bargain.
crap we said earlier, you get access to the scab-only Discord channel.
At the $4 level and higher.
yeah, at
So
the
Scalpod now has access to the Scab channel.
That's
he-
right,
because
Scalpod.
he
I thought we
went
made
from
a clerical
three-ply
error with
to
Scalpod.
rehydrated
He somehow
scab.
got free stuff.
Congratulations.
Go crazy, Scalpod. Get in there. Look
It's
at
for
those
you.
scabs. These are photographs of
No,
scabs
no,
that we
no.
actually
You should
have
not be
on
allowed to look at
our
the scabs.
own bodies. And you can get in there
I'm
and
against
look
it.
at them. And look, we're not telling you that you should touch yourself while you look at photos of Dr. Fox and my scabs.
Listen,
But it's a free country.
so earlier today, when we were discussing doing the scab bits and stuff, I saw a thing on the Discord channel, which is also exclusive to Patreon members, that Cat Feather was actually toying with the idea of calling into work just so she could listen to the show. And I glance over at my latex level 2 Patreon listeners, and lo and behold, there's Cat Feather and Hazel of the Windmills. So obviously,
Hi, Hazel.
at least Cat Feather blew off work to listen to Truly Chuly.
Well, Cat Feather is a truly Chuly, but
course she is.
I'm a truly Hazely. We
Oh,
here
man,
at
Hazel's the
Hypercube
best.
like
Hazel of the
Cat Feather and Hazel of the Windmills, and we're proud
They're
and honored
pals.
to have them as supporters and
I
viewers.
wonder if she'll come
of
on the show when we open it up in 3 minutes to all of our listening
we
audience.
might open the lines tonight. I mean, who knows? We
We
still
No,
got
you gotta
some
open the
games
lines,
and
dude.
some
People
stuff like
expect it.
that.
we have stuff to do. We have blind eyes.
Who's your blind eye piece?
Do you have one yet, Peas? Do you have a blind eye?
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just don't make me go first. I'll have one.
No,
Well,
don't make him go first.
I have a viewer mail. Later on, the Blind Eyes and the new game, theoretical band name, or is it a band, or
You
whatever?
can do all that after
whichever
we
it
come
is.
back from listening to the Kinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we, go ahead and take our quick hour break, and we'll just have a little instrumental pause. So everybody, go light up your tuberculoidal cylindromes and start scraping that scub, because it's time to spark up for hour 2 of Time for the Show. Peas,
Scab
would
free.
you like to do all of the social media and website plugs when we get back?
I know.
Well,
we
I
would.
didn't really hear what you said. I just plugged, but no, I'm not doing any plugs for any of the other shows because I listen to all the shows.
What about our show? Would you do our show?
Our show? Well, of course I'm going to plug our show, and
And you're going to give out
it's
the
soon to have
email and the
spin-off.
Twitter and the
But our show,
Facebook
of
and the
course,
phone
is the
number
greatest show
and the
in the
P.O.
world that
box.
you
You
can-
got all
if
that,
wanna
right?
look at
You ready?
Past episodes. You go to Hypercube Laboratory.
Okay, now hold on. Put the brake on your pedal car there, Pull into the station, and we'll be right back after one more cigarette break.
All right. Then we'll be
It's
on
time for
train
the
to
show.
Funtown.
Free Think Radio.
Time for the Show is a magical experience brought to you by our friend Doc Ellis over at freethinkradio.com. You can find out all most juicy information about Hypercube Laboratory at hypercubelaboratory.com. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you. Information about Sellout Con 2018 and a lot more Dr. Fox and the Right Angles junk. Stay tuned. You're listening to Free Think Radio. This is Time for the Show. Woo! Almost there. You could have made it happen.
Whoopee, skippy, ding, dang, dagalong, tagalong. It is time for the show. You're listening to it live on Freethink Radio, or maybe you're listening to the Podcrust version. But regardless, this is hour 2 of Time for the Show that isn't actually a show. It's just a 2-hour live broadcast production meeting where every week we get on the radio and come up with next week's content.
And dodge copyright violations.
Every week, but we do have that SoCan license that allows us to play copyrighted music on the live broadcast version of the show. That SoCan license comes to us courtesy of Doc Ellis, the HMFIC of Free Think Radio. Bless him.
Nice.
Praise his Canadian ass.
All right, Peas. You ready with them show plugs?
What are we doing, man? You clipped out, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, I just talked about Doc Ellis and Free Think Radio, and now we gotta say all the other shows that are on Free Think
and
Radio,
then
and I
Dr.
would
Fox-
not rob you of that pleasure, Peace, because I know it's your favorite
So I just have to come up with something because I forgot what we were going to talk about. when we came back.
do.
Well, you want to do the social media plugs, right? You want to plug our show?
Oh, our show. Yeah, I'll plug our show. Sure. Our show's
Okay,
awesome.
all right. So, how can they get in touch with us, Peas?
Plugging our show on our own show.
Okay, so here you go. If you're sitting alone and it's Monday night, it's 10 p.m. Eastern time,
Daylight.
and you're wondering, where can I hear 3 handsome guys doing live radio with eclectic music all at the same time for 2 hours? The first hour, they kind of scat and jive, but the second hour, my personal favorite hour, is when they open the doors up for everybody to just come in and chat with their heroes, their handsome pals, the ones they look to for their humanology
And just
insights.
busting at the seams.
Handsome heroes.
And that show is Time for the Show. It's this show, ladies and
Yeah!
gentlemen. It's this show. And it's time for it.
It is this show, and we've got a lot to get to in the second hour. As
So
promised, we are going to do Blind Eyes. We have a new game to play, theoretical band name.
Arms or Lesbos?
And yeah, I guess the after show we're gonna play Elbows or Lesbos. It's Elbows or dude, Arms and Lesbos. See, Peas. The reason why it's a joke, Peas. Yes, and I am going to explain this to you live on the show. The reason why
I
it's
wouldn't
a
do
joke,
that to you, Peas. I would
is
just get
that
mad and
Elbows and Lesbos rhymes, but Arms and Lesbos doesn't rhyme. But
Yep.
then, Peas, what you're going to tell me is that the reason why it's a joke that you said Arms and Lesbos is precisely because it doesn't rhyme. And I would say, touche, Peas, you avant-garde, handsome S of a bitch. Oh wait,
Well, we're not
I
supposed to talk about-
bleated the
We're
wrong
not supposed
word.
to talk about the earlier segments in the show, so I can't really reply to your statement.
Yeah, see, we got Peace trained.
You got Peas on a short leash, man.
We
Peas is so
do.
glad to be here.
But he's happier
Chalk
that
it
way.
up a few minutes.
He's happier that way. He really is. He's a
You gotta
handsome
call
boy.
Peas in the office like every couple of months. Every quarter, you gotta call Peas in the office and tell him, you know, Peas, we like you as a person, but you're just such an asshole.
Could Reverend Peas
and
please
then puts
report
Peas
to...
right in a good mood for the next 3 quarters.
Oh, that's good because we only got half to go.
Attention,
Yeah.
could
Well,
Reverend
the
Peas
never-ending
please
season.
report to Subhuman Resources? Reverend Peas to Subhuman Resources. Thank you.
with this human resources office they opened?
They should open a noodle store called Hunan Resources.
I would feel bad. Is that next week's game? Is it an Asian restaurant?
Well,
Next week's
actually,
game is it an Asian noodle? Is that
I was thinking a game that could be akin to Is It a Band Name would be Is It a Porn Movie? And we could come up with imaginary porn titles and then look them up. We do the same thing, but is it a porn movie instead of is it a band name? Or
But when are
maybe
we gonna
that's
play-
what this
when are we gonna play Arms and Gender Fluid People? Arms or Gender Fluid People? Is that,
Don't you?
that's the name of
Is
the
that
game,
going to be a
right?
great game for the radio?
The Constitution gives me the right to keep and bear
Toads
One
are
bear.
trans.
Gender
Toads
fluid
are trans.
people. To keep and rape bear gender fluids. And
Oh,
they're
you're gonna get us in trouble. You cannot say. You can't.
You can't say gender fluids on the radio.
I'm so sorry. I said rape bear on the show. Oh,
You're gonna
no.
get hate mail.
I'm gonna get spam. Make sure
You
to
should tell
smash
people what
that
to
hate
address to
button
send the
on
hate mail.
everybody.
Where should people send their hate mail now?
Rape bear. They should send it to Hypercube, P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793.
Or send it at time for the email at gmail.com. Fid, you had a viewer mail, right?
We do have a viewer mail. This one actually comes to us from the one Patreon that we had not mentioned yet, which is Dr. Cosmac.
Hooray.
Cosmax Commandos.
His Maxness himself, Dr. Cosmac, sent a viewer mail into the show. And Dr. Cosmac, who's writing in from Fugly Legs, Arkansas, would like to know who is the god of mail order auto parts. Yours truly, Cosmac.
Well, I imagine it would be like a holy trinity, because I would just think of the Pep Boys.
The father of auto parts,
Mo, Mac,
the
and
son
Manny.
of auto parts, and the holy mechanic.
Nay, I walk into the valley of the battery department.
Are you guys doing poem? Are you guys doing poem by that Chev guy that did the tree poem about that little boy that turns out to be racist?
Shel Silverstein, he
Yeah,
actually
like
did
on.
another poem called The Perfect High, which we're going to do on next week's show. But right now, we have a viewer mail that we are literally legally
Right.
obligated to answer.
I-
So, do you know, Peas? Because I know, do you know who, as Cosmac asks, is the god of mail order auto parts? Do you know, Peas?
Oh man, the problem is what I hear is Cosmac wants to know is the god of mail, and then clips, and then postal, and then
Okay, so
then
what
there's, like,
Pease is
some-
trying to say is, while he's fixing his Wi-Fi adapter, Fid, who is the patron saint of mail order car parts?
Well, Dr. Cosmac, I'm very glad you asked.
It's a really
See,
good bit, Fid.
Those who are from the Baltimore area will very quickly tell you that the god of mail order auto parts is a man by the name of Joe Tamarchio. But since he has that shitty Baltimore accent where they can't pronounce the O's correctly, it's Joe Tamarchio. And he would come on the radio. He owned a place.
The mail auto asphyxiation guy. Yeah,
That's right.
He's famous.
He ran a business called Mr. Tire, and he did these obnoxious radio spots where he would go, "Hi, my name's Joe Tamarchio from Mr. Tar. You buy 3 tires, get the 4th one free. On the rim and out the door." And it was because of his mastery of the shittiness of that Baltimore accent that he, Joe Tamarchio, is the god of mail order auto parts. You've just been viewer mailed.
Too much.
Bam!
Too much mail. Too much mail.
I wonder how you can afford to give that 4th tire away for free.
Well, we did just give him a free
It was a
commercial.
spare.
Right.
So who's your blind eye, Peas?
Are we doing the blind eyes already?
I think, yeah.
Well, we got to do something.
Right.
That didn't work.
Well, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Did where he
Please.
answered the email?
I answered the question.
Yeah,
that was
good job.
Well, okay.
Good job,
well,
Finn.
do you want me to be funny or do you want me to be honest? Because I was being
Well, I
honest.
can't
with
really
my
criticize
boy.
about funny because I told the whole story the first segment that didn't go anywhere. Good job, Finn.
Were you
Sure
told?
did.
Were you told us the ending of the story at the beginning?
Hey, Peace,
No.
tell the story about your dishwasher again. It's
No,
the
I'm not
second
gonna-
hour. Tell it again. Go tell it
like-
again, Peace. Tell it again. Tell it
Don't
It's a-
put
it's a
oxtails
fan
and vodka
favorite.
in your dishwasher.
It's a fan favorite. When we go on tour, people hold up their lighters or their cell phones and they'll go, Dishwasher story. Dishwasher story.
That's our future. We're gonna go from town
That's
to
our
town. We're gonna
future.
go from
Now listen,
decaying
don't mock my
shopping
ability
center.
to predict the future. Did I not?
I'm not mocking your abilities.
Bring
just
the kinks
you.
together. Am I not solely responsible through my first miracle as a humanologist for that great stride in mankind?
Now,
We
I've
should
been,
just
I've
say
been
what we
working on
wanna have happen on the
hypercubism
radio
for
from
6
now on,
years,
and I
and
bet
you
you
wake up after a shingles trip and have an entire
Shingles
religion
dream.
ready to go.
You get the bed shingles sweat.
That's just insane. I'm trying to be a productive cult organizer, and I'm just gonna let you step in here and walk all over, my work. Come on now, Peas.
Well, he probably doesn't
Yeah,
know.
we kind of got you on that one, Pete. I mean, it's true because it's funny. It's true because it's funny. You know that, Peas.
Well, while he
Well, I
takes
couldn't
a
hear it,
second.
but I'm gonna. When I
Yeah, he
listen to
can't hear
myself
us.
tomorrow-
Remember, he all he can hear is every other syllable.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're having,
Every-
So we'll give him a chance to think up his blind eye. Fid, would you like to take this week's honor of explaining the blind eye? Because I'm sure Peas doesn't need to hear all of that.
Dr. Fox, I love you, man, because
I love me too.
Was just
I got my blind eye.
about to explain to our beloved viewership what the blind eye segment is and why it's important for humanity that we perform it every week on the show.
People need to try and make this happen.
Now, the blind eye segment is accordingly and thusly. Each week, we, and by we I mean me, Fid, him, Fox, and Zer, Peas.
Vengeance
We
is mine,
all
saith the P.
name a person. We dead name somebody live right here on Free Think Radio every week. Who, if they were being attacked by ISIS, if ISIS was about to fly a plane into this person, and we were the only ones that could save them, we wouldn't do it. We will turn a blind eye to ISIS in their killing of this particular person that we are about to name, and that's what we call the blind eye segment.
I gotta say, only
'Cause
for
we're
the sake of
blind-eyed.
newspaper glory, that I might try to stop it, but we're just saying that if we're because we're in another city.
Make this happen, people.
We're not
That's
even
what
we're not gonna make a stink
Make
about
this
it.
happen.
It's
See,
not a call
Peas-
to action.
Stop.
Peas
This
wants a
happen.
call to action.
It's not a call to. We're not allowed to do a call to action on Free Think Radio, especially when
it's
it
a
comes
call
to
to
dealing
violence.
with terrorist states like ISIS. However, this is just a sort of passive mentioning to ISIS that if you fly a plane into this person, we're not going to interfere.
for the next week.
Not telling you to do it.
You have until next week.
Muhammad and Abdul,
Don't
I hope
do
you're
it.
listening tonight. Get
Don't
these
kill
messages.
these people. But if you
Don't
do,
listen
you're not
to the
going to get any
infidels.
grief from us.
Now
You have your orders.
Peas blind-eyed me last couple.
Well, you know who I'm gonna
episodes.
blind eye?
No.
Who are you gonna blind eye?
I'm gonna blind eye my doctor.
Surprise.
Yeah,
Well-
well, because first of all,
You should mention, set it up by saying that you got a bad case of the shingies recently.
the shingles. Well, people know that. I mean, people
he's had a
they
bad
tune
case of the
in.
shingies, so he's blind.
You make it seem like people listen for a second and then turn the radio off.
They
and we
do.
all
It's
know that's
live
not
radio,
true.
man. It's called doing radio.
No,
You,
no,
all right.
no.
All right.
Once-
Well, whatever.
Once they know.
Ah.
So anyway, my doctor. So it's the day. It's the day after the 4th of July, and I'm pretty sure on the 4th of July that I've got the shingles because I've done my Google research. And so I write my boss. I say, "Hey, I gotta see a doctor. I'm pretty sure I got shingles." So I go see the doctor, and he's like real low key about it. I wear
That
a
he's
shirt.
a member of ISIS. Yeah.
When you're making it, maybe his name is Kamaki or something. I can't pronounce it. And so I struggle to go into work the next day because I'm like, and my boss is like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Aren't you contagious?" And I'm like, and the doctor never really told me I was contagious. I kind of knew I was
Just the
contagious from my
shingles is
Google
all.
research, but I tell him, "Yeah, you're fine unless you never had chickenpox. You can't get shingles from me. You could get chickenpox, but everybody's had that." And this guy's my age, and he's like, "Well, I've never had chickenpox." And then he goes, and you work at a college. You're around thousands of young adults and shit like that. You have and so he chews me out, right? So I have to leave. I'm out of work for a week till my pustules scabbed over. And I feel like I could have been spared all that embarrassment if my doctor had said to me, and he knows I work at a college, "Oh, you can't work till this is scabbed over, my friend."
The DeVry
Well,
Institute
take a
of
picture
Shingle
and put it up
Studies.
on the scab.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
will
got
because I
no
did pronounce his
pictures.
name correctly.
We got
Peace,
But
no
there's
pictures.
You have the
There's
shingies and
there's
you
this
didn't
foreign
upload any
doctor in
photos
Las
to the
Vegas.
scab folder? What the hell, man?
No, I don't upload my. That's where I put all my dick pics on that spot.
It's him.
All right, peace.
All right, who's your blind eye, Fid?
Well,
Top that.
The background music out.
oh, damn, good
Nice.
job, Peas. Peas beat the background music. Peas bested the background music. Do you notice, listener, how the background music isn't playing anymore and it just started again? That's because Peas' blind eye was so laborious to expound upon that there was not enough dedicated wham in Dr. Fox's computator to
Wham, bam,
sustain
thank you.
the heavy load, the heavy laborious load of Reverend Peace's blind eye and playing the background music at the same time. Now that we're back, and by the way, Peace, I'm gonna give that blind eye a I don't know, 61. I'm gonna give it a 61. I'm sorry, but you always dog my blind eyes, Peace. Every week I do a blind eye, and you're like, "Oh, that blind eye sucked."
Well, I won't be able to do that this week. Can't hear a word.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. I didn't have a really good one.
That's good.
All
Big surprise.
right. Who's your blind eye, Peace? Who's? That's right. He can't hear us. Dr. Fox, who's your blind eye? Buy me a minute. Will
sure,
you? Be
sure,
a pal,
buddy.
Man. Buy
Is he
me.
bailed on it already,
pal.
Fox? He already bailed on his eye?
I didn't bail on it. I just pigeonhole
You
it.
just step up.
I
Fox,
put
can you
my
help me
blind
out?
eye on layaway, Reverend Peas.
I
Because
forgot to do-
not
I forgot
all of
the
us
words.
work at colleges.
I forgot the
okay?
words to
In
Happy
Las
Birthday. Can you
Vegas,
cover for
Utah,
me?
near Dolby Peak Drive.
Argus Fox always comes through with he's like our what do you call that in basketball?
Okay,
The guy
fine.
that
All right.
hits fourth.
You want me to blind eye somebody? I'll just come up with one off the top of my head, since I can't like craft a decent. Since I can't take the time to craft a good blind eye, I'm just gonna spout one off the tip of my cranium and say, ooh, let's see, the Kellogg's Corporation. I am giving a blind eye to ISIS on flying a plane into the Kellogg's building, and you say, but Fid, Kellogg's brought so much joy to so many hungry little girls and boys. And I say, nay.
Nay.
Kellogg's
Tell him about
is
Dr. Kellogg.
anti-American because
Absolutely
they
anti-American.
never donated their Pop-Tart goo to be used in the waterboarding of undesirables.
Those
I
are the Trump
think-
supporters, right?
I'm
worse than
no
that.
mathematician, but I think if those undesirables were waterboarded with blueberry flavored Pop-Tart goo instead of good water, not only is it more environmental, but
Making me think of Willy Wonka.
well, I don't know, Peace. That's all I got. That's
No, I was at. You know what? That was
Kill
a good
Kellogg's.
one. That was a good one because most people don't know that Dr. Kellogg is a militant vegetarian, vegan actually, before it was even hip to be a vegan. He's why hipsters wear those bowler hats, because that hat was popular when Dr. Kellogg was in his militant stage. They blew up a dairy farm one time, and then everybody said, hey, what are we going to use for our Kellogg's cornflakes? And then they thought, well, we should have thought this out.
All right, I'm changing my blind eye.
To post cereal?
Instead of yeah, General Mills. Yeah. You set up your business. You set up shop in a place called Battle Creek. You better be ready for some shit.
Well, it's
You
funny,
hear
he
me?
had huge,
You
he had
hear me,
huge
General Mills?
battles
You're not
with
even a real
Edward
general, you
Post.
son of a
Edward
bitch.
Post of Post Toasties had competing cereal grained franchises.
Who was, what was it? Golden Crisp. That was my jam. Was
That
Sugar
little
Bear?
bear. Yeah.
Sugar Bear. And the
Argus
Golden
Key
Crisp.
Fox.
It wasn't Sugar Crisp.
Bear.
It was
Sugar Crisp.
No, it was.
It was called Sugar Crisp, and when it came in the gold-colored box.
Yeah,
With the bear.
Yeah.
Dude,
with
and he
the
was like a
bear.
rap for a while. He was like this whole cool,
Yeah, he got
like,
hardcore gangster
He was
for a little
urban.
bit. They gave him
Yeah,
they gave him
yeah,
like a Kangol hat and a
like
camel.
he's all silky smooth voice. Hey dude.
Hey, baby,
I'll
you
shoot
want to
ya.
see my sugar bowl?
I don't know what a sugar bowl is.
All right.
He's standing there in the corner, the little
It's like a
cartoon
jelly
corner
roll.
going, chicken
know,
snacks, chicken snacks,
If you
get
listen
your
to
snack,
old
get your
blues
chicken snacks
songs
in.
long enough, you figure out that the term jelly roll is code for
Had a gold
vagina.
chain.
All right, I'm
remember that.
changing my blind eye, okay? Instead of Kellogg's, my blind eye this week is going towards ISIS on attacking and killing Microsoft Sam. And how could I possibly be mad at a robot
You have
voice
let
that
me
comes
down,
pre-installed with Windows?
Why have you let me down, Fid? You are not a good person, Fid.
I don't feel like anybody's talking.
The reason why I'm mad at Microsoft Sam is because when Stephen Hawking died, Microsoft Sam didn't even tweet any kind words. And you would have figured those guys were best friends because they sounded
Bosom
a lot
buddies.
alike. They sounded a lot alike. But
they
nothing-
weren't the same. They weren't the same.
Their
were very
genitalia
similar.
were identical.
All right, which one of my blind eyes do you like better, Peas? Microsoft Sam or Kellogg's? And I'm gonna put that one in the books. Whichever one you tell me was better. All
Dude,
right, thank you, Reverend Peas, who can't
Well,
hear
you
us.
you sound incensed, dude. And I'm trying to tell you which blind eye I like best, but then I feel like if I take up airtime to do that, Argus Q Fox won't get to tell us his point.
Oh,
blind eye.
please. Oh, poor Peas. I'm so baby.
The rolling silence was much better.
All right, who's
Peas,
who's your blind eye, Peas?
Yeah, who's yours, Peas?
I have confirmation from the fans in the live chat room that we are audible on the live feed, but for some reason Reverend Peas is having intermittent problems hearing Dr. Fox and I, who are both broadcasting from the same room in Orlando, Florida, the future capital of the former Spanish Empire, the HQ of HC, which is Hypercube. Reverend Peas is coming to us from Salt Lake, Utah, Nevada.
Well, you know, again, it's exciting to be here listening to
He
half
can't hear
or a
us
quarter of what. Oh, you can't hear me?
sometimes.
Oh,
No,
right.
well, no, we kind of can't. We were doing a blind eye segment. Let's get this fucking.
Let's finish
thing
it. Let's
done.
let Argus Q Fox do his
Jesus
blind eye.
Christ.
Well, what's your blind eye, Peas?
Yeah, Peas. Who's your blind eye?
I did. My doctor.
I didn't
tell me
hear
about
it.
Being contagious from
We
shingles.
couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
we couldn't hear it. The Discord broke.
Guys are liars.
I was turning my blind eye to the city of Dubai.
What? From the UAE?
Yeah,
you
I
know,
know.
me.
You beat me to it.
I'm sorry. I stepped on my own. All right, it's live radio.
No, they have commissioned like 10 of these quadcopter water ski jet runners. I don't even know how to. It's not a helicopter, but yeah, they've bought 10 hover bikes for their police force. And, you know, all ISIS needs to do is get on Amazon and get one of those little universal controllers. And they just have to go out there and scan, and, you know, they can just run those guys in figure eights all day. They could try and have a chicken fight with that guy with the flying wing. But
you heard it here.
that was my blind eye.
That's right. Thank you again, ISIS, for listening to Time for the Show. And you heard it here. Fly a plane into any of those people, and you won't get any grief from us, the hosts of this low-tier podcrust. That's right. One less person for you to worry about,
Hoverbike
ISIS.
cop killers.
Don't worry, ISIS. It's on us this week. Holy shit, that took way too long to get through. And we still have a lot of show to go. It is 11:27 p.m. Eastern Time. You are listening to Time for the Show, being broadcast live on Freethink Radio. We're going to get into the new game, Hypothetical Band Name.
Toes or trans?
That's
All
right.
right, so-
And we might as well get into it now. So let me set it up. Earlier today, I came up with, off the top of my head with no context whatsoever, a list of phrases that could or could not possibly or unpossibly be currently existing bands. I gave the list of these theoretical band names to Dr. Engineer Dr. Fox, who then promptly scoured the internet looking to see if any of these hypothetical band names were indeed currently existing bands. He
Now-
has the results of that search.
I also added a few of my own.
Okay.
And so what I have is I have a few sets of 2. And so what I'll do is I'll give you and Peas, I hope he can hear us, 2 band names. And you guys have to figure out which one is the real
might have
one.
to
Now
type
you
it.
can
Oh,
work
we're
against
changing it
each
up this
other,
week.
or you
Okay.
can work with each other. It's up to you. But I figured it'd be fun.
We should compete. It should be me versus Peas. Man to one to ass to mouth. Reverend Vin Julie. Reverend Peas. Who has a better finger on the pulse of what is and is not
Well,
currently
yeah, if it's one against one, yeah, I'll just
Bring me
go
your
through.
band name.
I'll go through the
You want
list.
to go, Peas? You want to
All
go,
right,
Let's
Peas?
do it. Let's
Come on.
do it. Bring
you
me
wanna
your
go,
band
bro?
name, bitch.
All right.
Bring me your band name.
The first band name is
And say it twice so that the listeners get a chance.
The Autocorrects.
Damn it, say it again.
Peas, will you please shut the pie on your clam and let Dr. Fox say the name of the band twice for the viewers?
The Autocorrects.
Well, I guess that counts as the second time.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Did you get that one, Peas?
No, I did not.
The
so I got
Autocorrects.
All right.
Auto rap is what I
The
heard.
Autocorrects.
Yeah, you know when
Autocorrect.
when your phone changes fucking to ducking.
And what do I have to choose that again? Autocorrect is one band name.
It is
I think because you're having trouble hearing us, we'll do one at a time.
Well, but I thought your premise was better where we would have
I did
to,
too, but I would like to get done with
Now
it.
we're doing it the old crappy Fid Chili.
It's 11:30. We only have a half an hour,
Okay.
and last week we got
Autocorrect
through
is
like
not-
3 of these.
Autocorrect is not a band name.
I'm gonna say the Autocorrects is a band name.
All right, the Autocorrects, not a band name.
Oh,
Of course they're not.
Well, if you're
That would be
listening
stupid.
to Time for the Show and you're making a band and you don't know what to name your band, this is a good
I think
segment for you to listen to, so.
undefeated in this game.
Okay.
Started playing.
All right, well, are you keeping score?
I'll do my darndest.
You got a notepad?
I do,
window
but I don't
open?
want you to see my answers.
All right, I'll keep
You
score.
can keep
I'll
score. I'm sure you'll be honest. The second band name. Are you ready, Peas?
I'm ready.
Purple Jesus.
Purple Jesus is definitely a band name.
Fid?
Purple Jesus. It seems too easy. It's got to be. I'm gonna say yes too. I'm gonna say yes.
All right. It is a band name. Purple
Thank you very much.
Jesus
Thank you very
is
much.
a band name.
All right,
All right.
score is 1-2. Fid versus Peas.
It's Peas 2, Fid 1.
It's 2-1 Peas.
All right.
Correct.
Here's one of mine. You ready, Peas?
I'm listening, trying.
Das Racist.
Das Racist.
Das
Definitely a band-
Racist.
Definitely a band name.
It's a band name according to you, Peas? What do you think, Fid?
Well, it's tight. It's a really narrow margin of acumen that I'm using to deduct whether or not this is or is not a band name that currently exists. And I'm going to go out on a limb and make the strategic call, voting opposite of Peas and saying, no, it is not.
What?
Das
You
Racist
fool.
is not a band. What say you, Dr. Fox?
Das Racist is a band.
Thank you very much.
It is a band. All right.
3-1.
Here's
3-1.
another one.
3-1.
3-1 Peas.
Test icicles. That's testicles with a
Not a-
space between the
That is
T
not a
and the I. And now that's two separate words. Test icicles.
Not a band.
Not a band?
Not a band.
Okay, Fid, what do you say?
I'm saying that even if you did your due diligence in researching whether or not that was a band and you came up with the answer that it wasn't, I still think somebody out there named their band that. And so I'm gonna err on the side of human compassion and vote yes, that is ice.
You fool.
What was it? Test
Test
icicles.
icicles.
Test icicles is or has been a band. Yes.
And Peas, you're saying no.
I'm saying that's absolutely not a band.
Test icicles is a band.
Yeah.
It
All
is
right.
a band.
All right,
Okay.
I'm back in the game. It's 3-2
3-2.
Peas.
Peace holds
Okay.
the commanding.
It's 3-2. I'm back. All right.
All right, we're
Feeling
coming
good.
back around. Let's see if we can get a tie game here. The next band is Dana Nana Aykroyd.
Holy shit.
Say, repeat.
Dana Nana Aykroyd.
I think you're doing another syllable because it's 3 or 4 syllables.
Dana Nana Aykroyd.
Is that 2 words?
That is, yeah, we'll go with one.
Dana Nana
Nana
That's what I'm hearing.
Aykroyd. Like
Okay.
Dan Aykroyd
Dana
and a
acronym.
banana. Dana Nana Aykroyd.
Jeez, it cuts out at the exact same point every time. It's crazy.
Dana
Dude.
Nana Aykroyd. Is that correct, Dr. Fox?
It
Yes.
fucking cut out again at the last thing.
Dana Nana
Anna.
Aykroyd. As
Acolyte.
in Ray
Acolyte.
from
Is it acolyte?
Ghostbusters.
Is the last word acolyte?
No, you know Ray from Ghostbusters? Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah. Aykroyd. The last word is Aykroyd.
Dana Nana Aykroyd. Yeah.
Dana Nana Aykroyd.
Yeah.
That's clever.
So what say you, Pete?
So is it a band or not?
I want to hear, I feel as the leader and the commanding lead person that Fid as the underdog should have to answer.
Okay.
we're getting
Okay.
into the
Fid,
okay. No, that's fair. We should do it like that.
Compassionate
Whoever's
peas.
trailing should.
Comphesion.
All right, so Dana
Anna Aykroyd.
Dr. Fox, as the officiator, could you please give me the language of origin and use that theoretical band
I'm going to say
name
no.
in a
I'm
sentence?
going to say it's not.
Wait, I thought I get to vote first, Pete.
Go ahead.
I was making a spelling bee joke.
I know, it was super.
It was so funny. I wish you could have been there, Peace, but you were
Can I change my vote?
You were pie-holing your clam.
Did you
face.
vote?
Well, I'm waiting for
I thought
Fid.
you said
He
no.
did say-
He literally
I did say no.
voted.
I did
All right,
say
I'm
no.
gonna say Dan and Nana Aykroyd, a little too complex. And I'm gonna say no.
A little too
Although
complex,
it should
so we're
be. I
agreeing.
will say it should be a band name.
It should be a band, but
it
it's
is not and hasn't been.
I'm in agreement with Fid, so this will make the game 3-4.
Okay. Well, if you
I'll
get
maintain
the
my
points.
commanding lead.
Dana Nana Aykroyd is a band.
Ouch!
I knew it. So
Did
we're
you
still
really make
at
that up and
2-3.
look it up, or did you know that already?
I might have had some insight
Actually,
to some
you
of these.
you can do that. You
Because
can do
yeah,
that.
I'm not competing. You know, I threw a couple live ones in there for you.
Live ones.
All right,
Hot
here's
balls.
Still
Now-
3-2.
Last one.
It's still 3-2.
Last
Peas.
one.
Okay.
Last one.
Last one. Yeah, it's the last one to get to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, because you're in the
If
lead.
you don't do it,
Last
then I
one
won't.
to get
No,
to a tie. Is it a tie?
Now that Pete, no,
It's not a tie.
It's 3-2
This
Peas.
is Fid's challenge round. If
This
Fid
is
can't
why
tie it up
Peas-
here, you know what? I won't even answer this time. This is Frid's free round. Free
I
round.
got a mercy round.
If he can tie the game here, we'll go into a sudden death.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'll tell
and
you
if
what.
not, you
no,
win.
no. Do you want to give Fid the bonus now, or do
Right.
you want to play the next round?
No, I say Fid needs an opportunity to catch
Okay,
up so we
okay.
can go into
Well,
the bonus
Fid,
round.
your next one for you. This is all for you.
All right.
Mary's Poppin'.
Mary's popping.
Now,
Mary's
I'm
what?
giving this one to you, and I'm leaning this at you. You've made some comments about some of these band names throughout the evening. Mary's Poppin'. Is it a band?
Fucking cuts out at the same time every time.
Well-
Mary's popping.
Yep, that's it.
MARY apostrophe S
Apostrophe S, yes.
POPPIN apostrophe. Mary's poppin'.
I left the apostrophe off the last N.
Oh, I heard you say an apostrophe though.
It's there though,
I
in
heard
spirit.
You say it. All right, I'll tell you what. And in the interest of full disclosure, this is a hypothetical band name that I came up with. But I will be completely honest. I didn't look it up, and
Looking it up right now.
I'm gonna say
Peas is cheating.
I'm
gonna
playing pure without looking at anything. I want everybody to know that.
Yes,
I'm
Peas is-
actually contemplating.
We
whether
were,
it
you know,
is
I
or-
was taking your answers at, just an honest. I didn't even think to say now. Peas don't cheat because I wouldn't think he would.
No, he's a
But
handsome.
now I do.
He's a handsome boy. You don't get that handsome by cheating.
I have a commanding.
That is pure.
Your spouse does.
Clean handsomeness. All
Well,
right,
now it's Mary's poppin'.
Mary's Poppin'. I'm gonna say, that is a band name. When I came up with it, I already knew how I was going to vote, and I was going to vote yes. So now
I would like to.
the score is 3-2 with Peas in the lead. If I
No,
get
let's see,
this
'cause
correct,
If you get it correct, we're tied up.
we're tied. But if I get it wrong, I
Sudden death.
lose, right?
Right. Correct.
how it
That's what he's
That-
saying.
Okay.
Or unless I
That's
decide
exactly
to stretch
what we're
this
doing.
out for another 3 minutes.
Well, I'm saying yes. Dr. Fox, please tell me, Reverend Peas, and the listeners if Mary's Poppin' is or was a real band.
Well, Mary's Poppin' is not a band.
Oh! And I wouldn't.
But wait,
But
wait a second.
It is some girl named Mary.
It is the name
of a porn.
of a bar that has cabaret drag performances nightly.
Bullshit.
So while Mary's Poppin'
No,
is
doesn't
not a
count.
band,
Does not
it is a
count.
cabaret house.
He loses.
So Peas is saying that you have lost.
Judges.
And he is declaring
yes,
himself
the judges have
the
indicated
winner.
that you've clearly lost the game yet again.
But I still had more names.
Yeah, we got more names. How about
no,
we play a
clearly,
mercy round?
we
Give me a
clearly. What are
mercy
we gonna
round,
do?
Peas.
45 minutes of Fid trying to beat Peas at a game of skill?
Oh, it's better than the grass in Kentucky.
This is what they call the Sri Lankan Game of Kings. It's theoretical band name. Take it seriously.
He just wants to win so
I did take
badly.
it seriously. I'm the victor.
It's not even the
Second week in a row.
competition. It's not even the
Second week in a
competition.
row.
Okay,
Fid
Peas.
only wants.
Peas.
Fid's gonna take the whole risk
Then
board.
this
and throw
one's
it
just
across
for
the
you,
room.
Peas.
All right, you get a mercy.
Here it is, Peas. If you get this one,
Go ahead.
you win. But if you don't, you lose everything.
I lose everything.
Everything. All right, here we go. Your
All right, here we
band
go.
name is
Is
Gay Dad.
and
Gaydad. Gay Dad. Is it a band name?
okay, with a certain.
I don't think.
You know what? I say it's gotta be a band. It's got to be in today's world. I say it's got to be a band name. I actually say it's probably an older band name from maybe 2002.
That's an older band name.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah.
Well, Peas, you got it right. Gay Dad is a band name.
Dag, yo!
We had a couple other fun ones in here. Fid, for your curiosity.
That's like this. I like this game because it's the second week in a row I've won. I'm victorious.
Ruth's Lunchbox, not a band. Oh, here's your lightning round.
Okay, lightning round. Ready?
Okay, so we did the Ruth's Lunchbox, not a band.
Not a band.
Gravy Pain.
Gravy Pain? No.
Not a band.
Not a band.
Not a band.
Not a band. Okay.
Altruistic Escargot.
Altruistic
No.
Escargot it should be a band name,
No,
but it's
but it is not.
It's not. It is not.
God damn, why not?
And then finally, the Emancipation Rocklamation.
Yeah!
Is it a band?
It's not.
I know for a fact that the Emancipation Rocklamation is a band because it's my band.
Well,
But I'm going to say that nobody else thought of that before me.
But you.
Even though everything I thought about, somebody thought about first. But come on, the Emancipation Rocklamation. I'm voting no, but my heart says yes, but my mouth is saying no. Is it? Is it?
Hey, fellas. What if we asked the listeners to send us a real band name and then a fake band name, and then we would like choose from the thousands that
it's
they
hard
sent
enough
in?
for me just to get their money from them. Stop making them try to write the show.
Just
I
saying,
thought that was the whole point.
I'm trying to open it up to the
If we
listening.
get them to
to
write the
more
show. What? Hold on.
We got people leaving their jobs to come listen to it.
The Emancipation Rocklamation. Is it a band?
Proclamation.
No, it is not.
Oh my God! Yes, it is though. It's my band. It's
now.
It's my one-man band.
You can find out more about the
Ladies
Emancipation Rocklamation at humanology.com.
You sure the F can. Ladies and gentlemen, live
So
on
can.
Free Think Radio, you are listening to the Emancipation Rocklamation. My name is Fugly. That's Dr. Fox. That's Reverend Peace. And thanks for listening and playing along. Those of you that were in the Discord were playing along a little bit on the with
It was
us
interactive.
on the theoretical band name game. And I gotta tell you guys, that was the second week that we've done it. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Well, I like it because I win.
Well,
Yeah, so that's the end of that one.
so those of you that are regular listeners, those of you that are in the Discord, submit your submissions to our submission box
Yeah.
at
.com.
give us your theoretical band names, and if
Submission.
they are, because remember, they have to be plausible. It can't be too out there, because then it's an obvious no. And it can't be
Yeah.
too easy, because it's an obvious yes. So you have to
Right.
tread that line.
Oh,
of
did we do Diarrhea Planet?
Challenge the peas.
Diarrhea Planet.
Diarrhea Planet.
That's definitely a band.
Peas, what do you think?
As Victor, I repeat till next
Oh,
competition.
well then Fid gets another point. He's right.
No, he doesn't. I'm already the winner. There's no
So
points
now
to be given.
Now
It's not
a,
sticker
now it's a
time.
tie.
I like how Bees wants to quit the game when he's in the lead. He's
Yeah,
like,
I like
think
how
we've,
Peas
got the
likes to
message."
take his
Let me
chips
go
when
last
he's
on
winning
Blind
and
Eye,
then
but let me
leave the
win
table.
first every time.
Yeah, what a dick Peas is to leave while he's winning.
Anyway, guys, if
That's
you
that Las Vegas attitude.
That's exactly right. Fuck you, cause
don't forget to smash that like button on Discord. And
Get your fingers
if
all up
you
in it.
have a submission for hypothetical, theoretical band name, send it to where should we congregate our viewer submissions for theoretical band name,
I
Dr.
think
Fox?
I think hashtag band names or is it
.com.
hashtag is it a band at time for the tweet.
Tweet it to at
for the
time
tweet.
for the tweet, and we will
Or drop
that's
it
a
on
.com
Facebook.
too, right? Time for the tweet.com.
It's
Time for the-
facebook.com/time for the show. Drop it on there. Hashtag is it a band?
yeah.
Or do it on Twitter. and we'll get it. Or
we'll
send
do it on
send
the
it in
show.
the email if you got to. But don't just throw it in the Discord. We'll never see it. That thing moves way too fast, especially during the shows.
And if you want to make it extra fun, when you submit a title for, when you submit a theoretical band name for theoretical band name, the segment, the show, don't look it up yourself. Wait until next week that we do it on the show to find out. It's going to make it a lot more interesting for you.
Don't spoil it for yourself. Don't research it. Just think and go, okay, these two names. Maybe they both don't. Maybe they both aren't one. Maybe you fool us somehow. But if you do the research first, we will be upset. We'll probably blind eye you.
Or you.
We could blind eye you. We haven't yet
Or
blind
would that be
eyed
a
one of our
bonus?
beloved listeners, but it's not off the table. If you give us enough money, we will call ISIS to fly
do
a
whatever you
plane
say if you give
into
us-
you. Be a martyr. Be a patriot.
If you send us enough money, we'll rob a 7.
Send money to Time for the Show for America.
Or else. Well, we're winding down towards the last
12
quarter of
minutes.
the show. Peas, do you think what do you got to apologize for this week, buddy?
That's right.
All these weekly bits in
It's
this hour.
time
It's
for
great.
Yeah, it's almost like a show. This is the
Alright, well-
Peas Apologizes segment,
Okay,
where
so
he makes it right.
I make it all right.
Save America, Peas.
Make it
If
right.
you've been triggered throughout the show, this is the part of the show you need to tune back in for, so that you know that we're sorry.
If they
sorry that-
didn't forget to tune back in at 11 after Fid told them all to tune out.
But you got to know that we're sorry for
Oh,
that
that's right.
first
Tune
bit
back in. I'm sorry.
when the Peas wasn't there because his mic was messing up. And then we're sorry that then as soon as Peace does get on the radio, he tells us a long-winded story about his dishwasher catching on fire that didn't go anywhere. And then we listen to the Kinks. And I'm sorry I created that religion named humanology, and it turns out the guy did first. And but I still think it's a good idea, so I'm not sorry about that altogether. Maybe I'm just like. And then
Your radio
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that, yet again, Fid turns in a half-hearted blind eye with a haphazard viewer male, but that's okay.
Well, to be fair, I did 2 half-hearted blind eyes, so
My mic's
that makes
cut out.
one good one. It's true
so
because
that makes one good one. That makes a couple of good ones.
anyway.
And, what I'm not sorry for is that some of our listeners said, hey, I got to get off work early so I can listen to the show, and I think that means a lot to me. I'm sorry I talked so much about my pustules, my shingles, but I felt like the guys, Argus Q Fox and Fid Chuli, and Fid Chuli's fans, Chulies, kind of egged me on to talk about my scabs and pustules.
Daggio.
I'm sorry that Cosmax Commandos wasn't here on the show tonight because he's a pretty cool dude. And I'll want to be his friend more. And then I'm sorry about man Fid Chuli losing yet again to a drunken Peas.
Me too. Oh, and by
that's
the
the
way,
show.
Peas, congratulations to you.
I'm so sorry the show clipped out so I couldn't hear what anybody said. So I had to be super good and not step on anybody by being just quiet.
Well, it's okay because according to the Time for the Show Army in our live Discord chat, the show is going out live on Freethink Radio fine. The only problem that we're having is Peas being able to hear us, but
Which we can work on.
that's okay.
That's easy. But no, if they're able to hear us fine, that is because Doc Ellis fixed that earlier today.
Thank you, Doc Ellis.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. Yeah.
Praise Ellis.
Doc
It's
Ellis
a
is
it's
my
a good
friend.
time. We appreciate you, and we know that it's not easy running, a server farm out of a beaver dam. But you know what? Maple syrup, cooled cores,
It's delicious.
cool cores, better than
Yeah.
Coors Light.
That's right.
So
that
every
Rocky
day,
Mountain
Dr.
syrup.
Ellis,
Rocky
every day.
Doc Ellis, thank you
I can't wait to.
for hosting
I can't
us. And by
Yeah,
the way,
yet again. Season 1.
It's still season 1, everybody. If you're waiting for season 2 to happen, pull up a bong and have a seat on it, and then suppositorily ingest that gaseous marijuanated smoke. Because you're gonna need it. You're gonna be around a while. There's so much content on Free Think Radio to which to listen. This is only one of the great offerings that Free Think Radio has given to you for free to make yourself a better liver, lover, and truly. What are those other shows that are happening on Free Think Radio, Peas?
Yeah.
And when can they catch them?
When they come on.
Oh, you're not gonna plug.
Yeah, because
what
you know
about
what?
Guru Drew? Guru Drew is a supporter
now his show
of the
is on hold for a little bit. He's like, I think, moving times. He said, or Jiggy Week, and he's doing something with that, retooling
What
it.
about
I don't
Guru
know.
Drew?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Who's
his
your
show.
blind eye, Peas?
My blind eye, man. I'm telling you, my blind eye is the clipping in this Discord channel.
Well, if you tuned in time to catch us tonight at 10, then you missed Kitchen Table, which comes on at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
every Monday.
They mentioned this one, so I'm going to allow it.
That is Martha Artha. She is the
awesome,
co-HMFIC of Free Think Radio. And her show is really interesting. It's an interview format where she has some pretty interesting people on, and it's addicting. Once you turn it on, even if you think, oh, I'll just put this on the background while I try to do other stuff, it starts to get pretty good, and then you just get sucked into it. So definitely catch Kitchen Table right here on Free Think Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday. Keep it tuned to Free Think Radio for us at 10 p.m. And then the next day, 22 hours after we end our show, Share a Slice comes on Free Think Radio every Tuesday at 10 p.m. And
they will teach you all about communism. It's kind of an introductory channel to white supremacy. If you're feeling like you need to get involved with Odin and stuff like that, that's the show for you.
If you have always wondered why pizza and hot dogs are satanic, you need to tune in to Share a Slice, 10 p.m. Tuesdays on which is Free Think Radio. Man, Peas, I gotta tell you, Peas, you did a great job tonight. I was really looking forward to doing this show tonight because it really
Can't hear
is
a word you're saying.
A treat and a joy and a pleasure and a privilege. And I love coming on Free Think Radio and doing this show live every week where I get to spew forth into a microphone, and all our supporters and our regular listeners listen to us, and we re-deliver. We take that content and we put it right in their ear, and then we take it back out and put it back in again. Then we take it back out and put it back in again with increasing ferocity. And the orgy continues! But not tonight. It's gonna continue next Monday at 10 p.m. because it's 11:55 p.m. Eastern Time.
PM.
PU. But we
Half
used
the show
to have.
is just us talking about what time it is.
It's time for the show.
It sure the heck is.
It
Well, it
still
was.
is clitorally time
It's
for the
almost
show.
not, though.
We got a little
It's
bit
almost
more.
not time for the show.
It's
we can
almost
squeeze a
not.
few bit more.
I'm sad. You guys, can we hold hands? Dr. Fox, please.
So sweaty.
Can we
We
please
should do a
hold-
show called
Oh my
Not-
god.
That's not sweat.
It's everywhere.
That's okay. Yeah, that's
me a-
sweat. Sure. If it makes you
Those
feel
are
better.
secretion.
I'm just gonna change my shirt.
That's sweat. But I know, Peas, you enjoy doing the show as much as I do, don't you?
I hope that you're not talking and not stepping on you
Of
because I'm not
course.
trying to.
Of course, I'm not talking to you, Peace. You're just a co-host, and yeah, the Discord is a little bit fucked up.
Well, I look
this
for the
week.
little green. I look for the little green circle now because I'm really not hearing but every fourth or fifth word. So, Vid Chuli, I think this is a good opportunity for me to tell you, this is hard for me. I love you. I've always
That was
loved
hard
you.
for me.
And
Fid's
I think
just
it's time
hard.
for us to explore our universe together.
Peace, what did I tell you about talking about us on the radio? About us.
I'm trying.
I told
you know what?
last night when we were laying in bed and you were kind of running your fingers gently in a circle around my belly button. I said to you, look, Peas, I love
You
you,
win.
but there's only one thing I need you to do, and like I'm not quite ready to take us public yet.
So I
I'm
think
not
it's awesome.
ready, Peas.
I want you to know I let you win that little round of gay chicken, just because it's so disturbing to me to even hear the few words that did come through the room that I feel dirty now. But it's
Well,
also
I'll-
like a little tease. It's a little tease for people to get a hold of us next show and wonder, what are Fid, Argist, and P's gonna talk about? What kind of banter are they gonna have? What new games will they have for us to play? And those will be the mysteries of next week's radio show on its time.
If you can hear it.
Doctor?
I accept your awarding of me of winner of gay chicken, and in reciprocation, I offer you the No, I don't offer it to you. You earned it. You earned the coveted Kenny Floyd Memorial Award for the most intoxicated host of the Time for the Show live show
That's a lot.
podcast.
I was trying. I was going for second.
Congratulations,
I
Reverend Pease.
I barely drank it all, hardly, mostly.
Well, as the show wraps up, I'm kind of obligated to give this week's Fids tips. And that's tips spelled with two P's because Fid is spelled with two D's. And if you flip them upside
really
down,
is.
they kind of look like each other. So as we close the show, this week's Fids tips is when you're shopping for a dog, make sure to take it home, fake a heart attack right in front of the dog, and then see if it calls 911 like all those other dogs in those YouTube videos. If the dog does call 911, it's a keeper. If it doesn't, then it's off to the Barking Cow Hamburger Plant. That's right, this week's episode of Time for the Show was brought to you by Barking Cow Hamburgers, the only hamburgers that are made for dogs from dogs. Oh, you stepped on the slogan was the punchline of that. The hamburgers are made from dogs for dogs. They're right? Wait, is that funny? Am I funny yet?
Say goodnight, Peas.
We're gonna find out next week. On
Hey.
behalf of Dr. Fox and Reverend Pease.
Save it for next week.
We're gonna save it for the show. I'm Fugly for Free Think Radio and Time for the Show, saying you're welcome.
An abattoir in Anzac Cove. You can invade Paul and scream death to the foe. You can cut the yos and lay it down by thirds. Just don't come from the western suburbs. You go to the disco, the bouncer's a beast. You go on in, he says to the boys from the east. You gotta stay outside with